CASA is an acronym that stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates. We recruit and train citizens from our community to advocate for children who are in the foster care system. So they advocate in the court for these children.
Life is very different at CASA. For one thing, nobody is working in the office. We are all working from home. So that then, right there of itself changes everything. Our meetings are done by video conferencing. We're doing a lot of phone calls to talk to our volunteers to keep encouraging them and supporting them, and also just see how they themselves as individuals and their families are doing. We are attending court by phone, and now they're starting to do by video conferencing. And so we are still participating in hearings and citizen review boards and even some meetings at DHS, but it is all by phone and or video conferencing.
So for children, anything off routine a lot of times is very, very difficult. Our CASAs are trying to be that one constant person for the children in foster care. Right now, they are not going to schools. They can't see their friends. Their whole lives are off schedule. So our CASAs are trying to be that one constant person that they can depend on. They're still going to show up, just differently.
It's as important as ever for CASAs to be volunteering so that they can see the children and make sure they're okay. We've just changed how we see the children. So we're getting creative on ways to do virtual visits. Now the CASAs are just seeing them over videos. One of our CASAs plays charades, brings stuffed animals, and plays games to engage the children, but then is also getting to see how they're doing at the same time.
Unfortunately, I'm concerned, along with National CASA has concerns, that we're going to see a surge of kids coming back into care. Whenever there's a crisis in society, whether it's a natural disaster or a pandemic or a recession, families tend to fall back into old patterns. So children that may have been sent home to their families, maybe those families are in crisis right now because of this pandemic. They've lost their job or their housing or they're ill.
We are not closed down. Our physical location is temporarily closed, but we are not closed down. I am as busy now as I have ever been at work, getting this online training ready to go, getting our volunteers vetted like we do. I've had to adapt a few of those procedures and ways that we do that, as well as continuing to support and encourage the volunteers that we already have.
It's amazing to see the people who are ready and willing to give and looking for ways to give. And so our CASA volunteers have already been giving generously to these children, but they're investing even more, knowing that they're at more risk with less eyes on the children, less mandatory reporters seeing them. Our CASAs know that their role is important and engaging now more than ever.
It's giving me hope when I hear about CASAs who successfully connect with the children they serve. It also gives me great hope when we hear about our CASA volunteers who continue to make a difference despite the situations, who are making sure their voices are still heard by others on the case and are making a difference in the lives of the children. And it's also nice to see people who still want to volunteer and go through the training process despite the situation that we're in so that more children can be helped.